We have more breaking news for the Pittsburgh Steelers here on Steelers Talk as the Steelers are signing wide receiver Van Jefferson, an NFL free agency. A very interesting signing here. Today we're going to be talking about the wide receiver plan. Is he going to be wide receiver 2, 3, 4? What's going to be the plan? Is Tyler Boyd still in play? I'm going to answer all these questions and more on today's show. But before we get into that, make sure you guys click that subscribe button because breaking news like this one or like this is why you subscribe to the channel. All right, we've already had a bunch of breaking news throughout the week. All right, of course, Kenny Pickett got traded earlier. We went live for that. Bunch of great stuff. Obviously, the Steelers need to get a new quarterback now. So whenever that news hits, we're going to have you guys covered with a breaking news video. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button right now for extensive breaking news coverage all throughout the 2024 offseason. So let's talk about Van Jefferson, wide receiver, formerly with the Atlanta Falcons and Los Angeles Rams. Ran a 4.39 at his size, 6'1", 200 pounds. He's known around the league as a really good run blocker, and you know that Arthur Smith likes Van Jefferson's game because he traded for him last year at the trade deadline while he was still the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. So you can tell that he is a big fan of Van Jefferson. He fits in this offense very well, and he has the versatility to play outside as a Z receiver or in the slot, and as a good run blocker. That's exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers need to fill out wide receiver depth on this team. So the contract details here, we know it's a one-year deal. At the time of recording this video, it has not been reported what the dollar amount is, but I am guessing it is a low dollar amount because of the stats that have definitely taken a dip here for Van Jefferson that we'll get into here in just a little bit. But before we get into those, go ahead and sound off in the comment section. What is your one-word reaction to the Steelers signing Van Jefferson and NFL free agency? This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So YouTube's going to throw an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question by giving me your one-word reaction. So my one word is fit, all right? And the reason why I know it's a fit is because Arthur Smith traded for this guy last year, and now he's saying, hey, Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, Van Jefferson, he can play a little bit. He can fit in this offense. Let's go get him. So let's take a look at the last 4 years for Van Jefferson. Best year of his career by far, guys. 2021 with the Los Angeles Rams. 802 yards, 6 touchdowns, 50 receptions, all right? But other than that, he's dealt with injuries, especially during that 2022 campaign. Last year, he wasn't a starter in every single game that he played in. He's really took a kind of a nosedive there. So right now, Van Jefferson is more of a wide receiver depth piece around the National Football League, which is why the Steelers are going to be signing him to a lower level contract. Last year, no touchdown passes, but his yards per game, 12.3. So, I mean, let's be honest, guys. That's absolutely terrible. But Van Jefferson does fit. He is athletic. He is still relatively young. And let me just tell you guys this right now, all right? If you guys are freaking out that Van Jefferson is our new wide receiver 2 here in Pittsburgh, yeah, based on the depth chart right now, he is. But the Steelers are not done making moves. Mark Kaboly of The Athletic just reported that the Steelers are still in talks with Tyler Boyd, so that move could still happen. And, of course, they're probably going to be drafting a wide receiver extremely early, either in round 1 or in round 2, and probably round 3 at the very latest for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL draft this year. So Tyler Boyd is still in play. I'd still like to see the former Pitt Panther and Pittsburgh native return to his hometown and try and help us win a Super Bowl. And then it's absolutely paramount that the Steelers find the right receiver in the NFL draft, because it's looking like that receiver is going to have to take on a very prominent role in this offense right away. But Van Jefferson, somebody as your wide receiver 3 at best, a wide receiver depth at worst, is somebody that can play all the positions that he needs to play in this offense. Obviously, Arthur Smith likes the fit here. And then he's also a good run blocker, which is what they look for in these wide receivers. So now it's red pen time. Let me know down there in the comments section. Grade the move of Van Jefferson to the Pittsburgh Steelers. A, B, C, D, or F. For me personally, guys, I'm going to give this a B-, all right? Because for what it's worth, for what the move is, I think it's a good move. I think when it comes to wide receiver depth, he's pretty darn good, okay? So, like, if he's your wide receiver 4 and somebody gets hurt, you can trust Van Jefferson on an NFL field. But, like, I think that they're probably going to still make a run at Tyler Boyd, and then they're going to draft a wide receiver early. So, most of the time, it's going to be that rookie receiver or Tyler Boyd and George Pickens on the field. When you're in your 3 receiver sets, it's going to be, of course, the rookie, Boyd, and Pickens on the field all at the same time. And then if somebody gets hurt, you can plug Van Jefferson in at any of those positions, and he's a good fit. He's fast at 4.39 speed at 200 pounds. He has the physical skill set that you look for, and he brings the run blocking that Arthur Smith likes in this system. So let's go over the free agency moves that the Pittsburgh Steelers have made to this point. Of course, they signed Russell Wilson to a 1-year, $1.2 million contract, and maybe the best value at the quarterback position in league history. To get a guy of that value, absolutely knocked that one out of the park. I'm going to give that one an A. Then we got Cameron Johnson, the punter, 3-year contract, $9 million, so $3 million per year. I'll give that deal, let's call it a B+. All right, he's not the best punter in the world, all right, but and it's actually a little bit of a pricey contract for a punter, but he's somebody that the Steelers really need, somebody that can locate his punts, can pin teams back, really accurate punter. I'll give that one a B+. Then Patrick Queen, at the price that you're getting him, I'm giving that one an A. I mean, that one's a very easy one, getting him for less than $14 million a year, an all-pro linebacker at 24 years old. Miles Killebrew, bringing him back, I'll give that one an A. Super low-value contract, but man, he is such a great presence in that locker room, a team captain. Really want him in your locker room, and I'm glad they brought him back. And then yesterday, they signed Deshaun Elliott, and they bring back Montravius Adams. So Deshaun Elliott, the Joker, he's going to be able to play a bunch of different positions. He's going to start at strong safety, is where I think where he's going to start the season. He can play free safety if Minka gets hurt. I think he's going to be used in that 3 safety package, and he might even play a little bit of slot corner if you need to. And then Montravius Adams, I like that they brought him back on a 2-year deal, probably super cheap contract to be the backup nose tackle to Keanu Benton, because he's somebody that's played in this defense, somebody that plays with a great motor, and he's a great locker room guy. Now you add Van Jefferson to this list. Still possible that they add Tyler Boyd to this list as well. So some final thoughts here on this breaking news coverage with the Pittsburgh Steelers for Van Jefferson is that it is a good fit, all right? And don't worry too much, guys. I know that right now in the wide receiver room, you're getting a little bit antsy because you got George Pickens and you've got Van Jefferson, you got Calvin Austin III, and they need more than that to win a Super Bowl next year with Russell Wilson. But don't worry, guys. I do think that they are going to make another move in free agency, and I do think they're going to make a move early in the NFL draft to get one of these top receivers. So I do think this weapons group is going to look quite good. And honestly, guys, Van Jefferson might be one of the best 4th receivers in the National Football League. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button, because if they sign Tyler Boyd, if they trade for Justin Fields, or if they sign Ryan Tannehill to be the backup quarterback of this football team, all moves that we could be expecting within the next couple days, if not hours here. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button so you never miss a big breaking news story for the Pittsburgh Steelers.